Hey, what's up, everybody? Greetings and salutations. Right here is Gabriel Knight, and welcome to a Gabriel's Corner. How is everyone doing today? I hope everyone is having a great, awesome, blessed day. Um, the sun is coming out, so it was a little cool here. So I asked Shining Star earlier, was she shining a little brighter and warm things up a bit? So, but she is, listening. So thank you, Shining Star. Blessings, love her. Anyway, how is back to you guys? Before I get into today's video, I just want to extend a very heartfelt and grateful and thanks to all the individuals that just watched my recent video, Children of the Sun. And it is very grateful and heartfelt to me that you enjoyed my creativity, because the simple fact that when that that video holds a very special meaning for me. I don't know why the when I made it, um, and it's not like I didn't make others before that. But when I made that one, I knew that it was like a marking point, that, like a stepping stone to push me in my creativity. That, yeah, I like doing this. Yeah, I can do better. I can, get even more advanced in it. And in other things, it made me know that I could do something like that. And it's an honor, straight to the heart, to me, to those that enjoyed it, and thank you immensely. Um, and Blessings to you all. Now, the video I want to talk about today is about ADD and ADHD. Now, as you know, ADD and ADHD are these so-called diseases that that in our society today, and that a lot of us, and thanks to the media and and pharmaceutical companies, have seen this as like a issue or a problem or something that needs to be stamped out. Um, and I will give you my perception and my outlook on that later in the video. But I would just want to start with this. As of right now, I would like to encourage all of you to stop saying ADD and ADHD are diseases, are problems, and just to help do that, we're gonna change these motherfucking names. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna change these names. ADD is now advanced divine direction. ADHD is now advanced divine higher dimensional. Yes. And if the reason why I'm looking down, because I did a lot of research on this stuff in the last couple of days, and I wanted to do this video sooner, but things were kind of like, I don't know. It's just I guess I had to get the words right. So I didn't want to come off half cocked with this one, but we're still gonna have still gonna be out the box. Hey, Shining Star, she wants to say hi. Hi, say hi to Shining Star. Anyway, yes, I talk to the sun. Yes, I do. But anyway, but I'm gonna give you a little bit of back history on ADD and ADHD. Give you a little bit of controversy about ADD and ADHD. The signs, the well, I'm not really going to give you the benefits, because those of you that know, you do know, but I guess it's only fair I would have to give you the benefits. But benefits are pretty much the opposite of what they're saying that is going on with your child anyway, supposedly. But more importantly, I'll be giving you the benefits of your child having ADD or ADHD, or you adults having ADD or ADHD, because it's not uncommon for adults to have them. In fact, a lot of times doctors encourage us to check ourselves to see if we have it too. Well, I'll get into that later. But just for starters, ADD was first created in created, that came out by wrong, but you never know, it might have been created. Government's not above that. But anyway, was first found by pediatrician Sir George Steele, 1902. And he found that it plagued a lot of children at the time, that, in a sense, they they were irritable. They didn't want to listen. They were basically uncontrollable or rebellious, like some of us are. Um, and but they didn't really socialize, which kind of dropped in and led them into other areas in life. And some of those areas not so good. But the one thing he did find, that they were still highly intelligent children. This wasn't something that debilitated their intelligence or their ability to function. They just didn't fit inside what society at the time viewed as normal, which we still today don't really view as normal. Now, the signs, if your child has this, because it's only fair if I give you the signs, in case some of you don't really know, but I know a majority of you do know, because a majority of you may have at this point in time, having these issues, and you take your child to your local doctor, and he tells you to put on these medications, which is, I think, what, Prozac and Adderall, I believe. I really don't know. But if it does, depression, hyperactivity, impulsive attentiveness, involuntary noises and movements. Okay, those can be annoying. I give you that. I give you that. Those can be annoying. Now, once he's on these drugs, that usually is supposed to counteract everything that is currently going on with your child, with him not listening, to him, being more focused in school, and whatever it may be, maybe a little bit more sociable. But I can tell you for a fact, when my son was on one of those things, he wasn't very sociable. In fact, he was more like a zombie. But another topic. But what are the side effects? What are the side effects of the drugs they're on? Hmm, interesting question. Sleeping problems, loss of appetite, delayed growth. Is that why there's a bunch of midget status? I mean, you still love them if they're a midget, right? But I mean, do you really intentionally want to stop your child from growing? I mean, unless you want a little kid like forever, and which I don't know. Anyway, headaches, stomach pains, moodiness and irritability, and ticks. Ticks. I live in the country, so I know what a tick is. So, do you really want that in your house? I mean, do you really want ticks all over the place because you want your child to listen to to his teacher? I mean, and I understand that he should listen, but there could be a deeper reason, and I'll get into all that later. Now, oops, sorry, looking through my notes, people. See, I've got a lot of notes. Now, through my research, I found that a lot of the talking points that get pushed on this medication comes from a lot of time pharmaceutical companies and doctors that have tie-ins with these deep pocket pharmaceutical companies, and it's not uncommon for business to do something like that because you want your customers to keep coming back and buying this. You know, um, but if you ever hear some of the side effects to some of these drugs that they say on the TV, that even sometimes you can buy over the counter, but more importantly, the ones that say you got to get a pharmacy for, and I understand the ones you maybe get tired and maybe sluggish and and your whole body may get relaxed. That's completely understandable. But what about the side effects, man? That cause like throwing up, stomach problems, severe headaches, might go into a seizure or a coma. It's like, what the fuck? I back in the day, I seen one that said you may start having excessive gambling. I do not remember what that one was, but it said that. I swear. But anyway, I'm dead serious. But anyway, I mean, how? Sometimes you're better off with the fucking problem to begin with, and which is another topic. Yeah, I mean, and so It's not uncommon for this to happen. I'm not saying that every single doctor is part of something like this, because they're not. Every single doctor that makes their drugs is not accountable for this, but there's some that are. So there's something to think about. Now we're about to get into something that not a lot is really talked about at all. The benefits. The benefits of your child being diagnosed with advanced divine direction and advanced divine higher dimensional. Hyper-focusedness. Sparkling personality. Generosity. Superstar creativity. Persistence. Compassion. Engaging conversation skills. Lasting romantics. Great sense of humor. Willing to take risks. Strong sense of fairness. Generosity and resilience. Now, to me, and I would think to just about every single parent out there, you would want your child to have those qualities. Those are divinely God-sended qualities. So, which brings me back to the fact of why a lot of pharmaceutical companies and doctors, and how this gentleman, Dr. Schwartz, and ProPublica suggested the fact that that's one of the reasons that a lot of doctors push their parents into these medications, and even a lot of times may suggest to the parents themselves that they should get their child, kid they may have it, to get you on this medication to dumb you down and make you easier to control. And one personal theory of mine is that a lot of times kids have problems in school, and there's kids that just take it like it ain't nothing and just excels with it. There's ones that just excel at certain topics, and there's ones that just they get the stuff, but they don't really apply themselves to it. Because if you have qualities like that, you have a deeper sense of understanding, connection with more than just what you're being told. Because there's more. You feel it's more. Call it intuition. Call it your soul. Whatever you wish to call it. But those are some of the reasons why children may act like that. Because they're called old souls. They know when things are not right, even though when they can't explain it, and they act out like that because they cannot explain it. And it happens to adults as well. Those are some of the reasons. And those could also be some of the reasons why a person would go out of their way to try to suppress those qualities. Because I'll tell you right now, I will take any one of those qualities any day from any of my children over them having delay of growth, headaches, stomach pains, moodiness, irritabilities, and fucking tics. I mean, honestly. Tics. I'm just saying. Just saying. Just saying. That's all I'm saying. Just saying. But these are wonderful attributes for any individual to have. And one issue I feel in all of this is that our society, just like every other society, is made up of concepts. Concepts comes from other individuals that's been passed down, that at a one point in time they might have worked, they might have been rational, they might have been reasonable, they might have been accepted. But things change, concepts change. They either get added to enhance it, or something else comes, moves it out of the way. And us labeling these children and adults as having a disease or problem or an issue or a lack of anything doesn't really help their situation when they're dealing with a situation they truly don't understand. Maybe the situation needs to be nurtured. These qualities, sparkling personality, generosity, uh, strong sense of fairness, those are qualities worth nurturing in any soul. And if we stop looking at just the cover, we'll start seeing the blossoms underneath. Because a lot of times you just get a cover and you never know what may be blossoming. Sometimes the benefits, the blessings need time to be nurtured and blossomed, seeded and watered and blossomed, so they can grow. So, and this is and I got encouraged to do this video. I've been waiting to do it for a couple of days now, um, and I hadn't, mostly because I didn't want to come off half cocked within it, just speed through it and just blah 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 blah. And I wanted to really, you know, get a heartfelt connection with this video too, because it's something that affects everyone uh, and anyone at any time, and a lot of us see it as a problem or an issue or something that needs fixing, and maybe it doesn't need fixing at all. Maybe the fixing comes from understanding it, seeing your benefits, your qualities, instead of seeing your negatives. Because I guarantee you, from what I just read, the benefits damn sure outweigh the negatives. Just saying. But that was my perception. Um, and another thing that got me to do this video is the fact that I seen something on the news. I think it was like 2 nights ago. It was a community of people, I believe. I'm not sure if they were in Jacksonville, but they were saying that they were not going to get their children vaccinated because they've had children before and they got vaccinated, and they all wind up having certain issues like Down syndrome and so forth. And I personally feel that is a parent's right, and no government has a right to make any parent do anything with their child that they don't feel is right. Um, so when our health agencies, our government agencies, start labeling things, uh, or a select group of people within a society, you're showing a sign of discrimination. Especially if these individuals are not hurting anyone in any kind of way. Especially if they're children, and a lot of times even if the children are doing those things, it's because they've got to a point where no one understands them. Sometimes it's a cry for help, but you got to catch that help early. Because if you catch it too late, then you get some of the issues and problems that's plaguing our world today that I've talked about in other videos. But it all begins with a perception. Just to turn the negative into a positive. So that's why I'm encouraging everyone today with this video to stop looking at ADD and ADHD as an issue, as a problem, as a disease, or something that needs to be fixed. Because maybe it's nothing that needs to be fixed until they start getting put on certain medications to fix it. Maybe this was something that wasn't just being instilled in children to heighten them, to broaden their perspective, their understanding, their feelings, their love, their expressions, you know, and they're just different. They're unique. We shouldn't look at everything that is different from us as a threat or as dangerous, because it's not always that case. Because we keep looking at things at that perspective, we'll start to create them. So, this has been a wonderful talk. First time doing this. I hope to do a live stream video. So those that watch this video, um, I would love to do a live stream with all you guys. Get on there. We all talk and have a conversation. Get to know each other, um, and go from there. Thank you. This has been a blessing. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful morning here in warm, windy Florida. uh, and thank you for supporting Out the Box Connect. Be loved, be blessed.